How's it going, everyone? Clay here with Just Add Water. Today we are starting a new pond out here in Grinnell, Iowa. It's going to be a 18 by 20 ecosystem aquascape pond with about a 15-foot stream. It's going to be starting up there. The stream is coming down in here, wrapping around. Skimmer will be here, plumbing line there. You don't need to know all that. But yeah, these homeowners, they've had a system back at their old house. They moved houses and they're opening up a new shop for their business, and they wanted a pond here. Got a lovely lavender farm, crop dusting drones, all of that. They just want a little something nice to look at for their customers. So that's what we're here to do. Let's get to it. All right, I don't know how well you can see it, but there's a bit of a drainage coming in through here and going down between the lavender there. So we have a bit of a low edge on this side of the pond, higher edge on this side of the pond. So first step is coming through with our transit and figuring out heights to decide what level to make the water. We are back for day 2. Yesterday we got the pond dug. Today all we got to do, clean up some of these shelves a little bit more, throw in some fabric and liner. We brought a decent amount of rocks. We're going to get those rocks in, and hopefully we can get that skimmer installed right around here. Yeah, we got dug out for some fish caves. We got a spot right here where we're going to be putting a viewing stone. I didn't mention it before, but there is going to be a gazebo going in right around this area. So we'll have a nice little walk out onto it, kind of have it nice and deep so you can walk straight out, look down, see the fish, see all that. But yeah, it should be a productive day. It's going to be a hot one, so it's going to be a short day, but hopefully we can be productive in the time that we have. Let's get it. All right, lots of progress. Got most of the pond rocked in, bottom shelf, second shelf. Working on the top shelf now. We got plenty of boulders to go around for that. We're gonna get a viewing stone put in right here. because right where I'm standing there's going to be a gazebo put in the future. So that's the goal for today. Finish out the pond, we'll get this nice and cleaned up, and then starting tomorrow or next week, I guess it's Friday, I'm gonna start working towards the stream. Little soupy right now, had some rain. We'll let that dry out and we'll be at it next week. Alright, can't really tell with the bucket here, but next step is going to be our viewing stoted. It's about 4 feet across, 3 feet deep, and 7 inches tall. So you got a spot partially prepared for it here. Boom. We're gonna have at least half of it out into the water, and then the back half we're gonna dig out a little pad so it'll set on the dirt there. But then in the pond side of things, we're gonna have a rock on either side and then one in the middle, and we'll piece in between so it at least has 3 points of contact inside the pond. Keep it nice and steady. It'll be a nice little access point from where the gazebo is going, which is about right where Nemo's at right now. Yeah, when we set these up, it's thick enough that we can get it so it's submerged a little bit, but still high enough that it's we're able to get liner up, and this isn't a low spot. Never want water running out towards any type of structure like their gazebo. So we'll have 4 inches above water, 3 inches below. Should work out real nice. All right, one weekend and a lot of rain later, we're back out here. Gonna finish out the last little bit of the pond, which is the waterfall. Go straight into the stream. Now I don't know how much we'll be able to do today on the stream because this is soupy, gross, messy from all that rain. I can't really get the machine up in here without it eating into that. It's just gonna make more work than we need. But yeah, so least we can do is start on this waterfall. We've got about 2.5 feet of elevation change from water level to our biofall height, so that's just under 8 inches of waterfall. This first one's gonna have to be a little bit bigger just because we have to get up and out of water first. So that's what he's working on now. He's getting the big rocks picked out so we can build that waterfall, and once the waterfall is in place we can rock in around and finish out the pond, get all that back filled. We'll probably do a good flushing just because it's going to be super gross with all the mud that we're tracking in walking through it. But yeah, we'll be able to purify it, and then hopefully once this dries up a little bit more we can make some more work up the stream. All right, we are back out here, hopefully for the final day. Flip you around, see what we've got. Water is going, stream is built, pond is rocked in except a couple minor spots, so we need to just put a couple cobbles, the final edge work, stuff like that. Today we're going to be putting in outcropping stones like those, but all around here, a couple in through here. We got to regrade just a little of this. It got a little messed up with all that rain and us driving over it. We got to cut and tuck the liner, and the homeowners have provided us with some landscape and aquatic plants that we're going to throw in, so that way we can get this thing completely finished up today before we take off. Yep, ran it overnight. Water held just fine. That's always a good sign. Let's get to finishing this pond. All right, cut and tuck is done. We're doing that ring of mulch around the edge. We're gonna start off with that, and then we're gonna come out, mulch the rest of it. But we're working on plants up in the berm as well. The homeowner was gracious enough to provide us with a whole bunch of different types of plants. We got some creeping phlox, we've got some elderberry, we've got a bunch of different grasses, some bee balm. Never heard of that one before, but I like that one. A couple other ground covers, some tall stuff. We're gonna get funky with it. We're gonna put them all throughout. Tall stuff in the back so we're not blocking any views, gives us a nice backdrop. Tiny stuff right up against the stream, all that ground cover, stuff like that, like those phloxes there. And then we're gonna get them all dug in, mulch around it. All right, we're all wrapped up here in Grinnell on this gorgeous 25 by 30 pond. It was really cool. The homeowners had built their previous pond at their old house, and they thought they would be able to undertake this new pond themselves, but after seeing our videos, looking at the rock work that we do, and understanding just how much time and effort and skill goes into it, they decided to go the route of having us install everything from digging the hole to rocking it in the way we normally do, which They are very happy with the way that it turned out, as am I. It turned out being a perfect spot for when they do stuff with their lavender fields and their honey that they sell. As you see, the bees are already enjoying the feature, loving the new addition to their home. I can't wait to see what the homeowners do with this feature. They're already talking about putting in a gazebo. That'll be really cool, nice spot for people to hang out, get out of the sun, and just really enjoy the water feature. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, like to see other stuff like this, go ahead, like, subscribe, comment. We post every Wednesday. Yeah, hope we see you next week.